What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and there is a new Sugofest batch coming soon to the Japanese version of One Piece Short Cruise, and that's Akainu, Momonga, Onigumo, Kobe, Garp, and Lady Suru. So here are some of the artworks. They are on Game With. If you like to see them, Akainu looks pretty sweet. You can see that one in game. But, of course, you can go in here on all the Japanese versions, but we do have them now all updated in the database. I just wanted to show you Game With's page because they have a lot of the artworks for some of the characters from the in-game version. Anyways, we will not have the official art for the characters up until Bandai Namco officially puts it on their website. And the stats for Akainu 6-star are all made up. He does not have 1450 attack, he does not have 1 recovery, 1 hit point. We don't know if he's 4 combo or not. I made up all these numbers because I wanted to get him active in the damage calculator, and I'll show you why soon. Guys, everyone likes to ask me the first question is, Zeenigami, is this batch good? Is this character good? Zeenigami, I pulled this character. Is he good? Let me tell you this. Every single one of these characters are so good, they worry me. If Bandai Namco is making characters available from Rare Recruit a little too powerful now, because every single one of these characters is just straight up better than anything else we've ever seen before. Let's start with Akainu. Akainu, or Sakazuki, his captain ability is boost the attack of all characters by 2.25 times. So you thought that 2.5 times captain was good? You got that Onel was good? No. Now everybody gets boosted by 2.25 times. And if they have a strength orb, regardless of what color they are, they will boost it by an additional 1.75 times, giving you a almost 4 times attack boost for a strength or for a character with a strength orb on them. So if I have a Doflamingo on this team with a red orb, of course Doflamingo gets half damage, but you will also get 1.75 times extra attack. Let me use an easier example. If you have a Hancock on this team with a red orb, that Hancock not only gets boosted by 2.25 times, but also gets that 1.75 times boost. So Hancock on this team will get a 4 times attack boost. If you have a strength character with a red orb, that doubles that damage. So that gives you, effectively an 8 times attack boost with a red character. And if that sounds like it's a lot of damage, it's a lot of damage. Oh man, I choked myself up with how obscene the damage is on this team. And not only is his captain ability stupid good, his special ability deals large damage to all enemies and shuffles your orbs, so he is an orb manipulator. I also forgot to mention that his captain ability boosts the chance of getting strength orbs, just like Stronghold Shanks. And if you've ever used a double Stronghold Shanks team before, or ever seen me use a double Stronghold Shanks team, or a double Stronghold Shanks team, if you ever seen double Stronghold Shanks in action, you'll know that you get Psi orbs maybe actually 75% of the time. You get a lot of Psi orbs. You get over 50% yellow orbs with a double Stronghold Shanks team, and I expect Akainu to work no differently. That if you use a double Akainu captain, I just can't talk today, with at least level 1 orb matching, I will guarantee you're going to have more than 50% strength orbs. His special ability also shuffles your orbs, and since it's completely randomized, it will be affected by his captain ability, so shuffling orbs will give you increased chance of getting red orbs after that shuffle. And he boosts the attack of characters with cost 50 or higher by 1.75 times for 2 turns. So raid bosses, 6-star characters, they get a 1.75 times boost for 2 turns. So you want to really stack this team with a bunch of characters, red characters, whatever characters you want. They all get 2.25 times attack. If they get a red orb, they get an extra 1.75 times attack. And if they're a red character, they're already obscenely strong. So yeah, I guess he's kind of okay if you want someone who gives stupid amounts of damage. Kobe, his captain ability is kind of like Rayleigh, where it'll slowly start ramping up. After the second attack, it's a 2.5 times attack boost already, and then it'll slowly start ramping up to a 3.5 times attack after the 5th perfect. So your last character will have 3.5 times attack boost to him. which is kind of like Gear 3 damage, except it ramps up more slowly than Gear 3 does. And these numbers here, the 2.75 after third and 3 times after the fourth perfect, we're not sure if those are the numbers are. We only know that it's going to be 2.5 after the second perfect and 3.5 after the fifth perfect. Very, 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 very strong captain ability as demonstrated by Gear 3 and Rayleigh. This is going to be exactly at the same power level as Gear 3, Rayleigh, Log, Luffy, all the same power levels. But it's just going to be a different scaling of how it goes instead of just being harder. It's just like 6-star Law captain ability, absolutely. His special ability, Sailor ability, also removes blindness for 5 turns. So as you have him, your team, if it would be blinded by 5 turns, is just not blinded at all. His special ability, if you're below 3,000 hit points, so specifically 3,000 hit points, you are able to remove a no healing debuff, which is the debuff used by raid boss Akainu. Now, the no healing debuff is probably the hardest part of raid boss Akainu, and immediately afterwards, we already have a character that just removes the no healing debuff. I'm kind of disappointed in this. It's a really strong special ability. It lets you heal if you're below a certain amount of health. It gets rid of that debuff, but I'm disappointed that they already are making characters that just stop the hardest part of that raid boss. You know, now you can use zombie teams, now you can use an L teams to get through the stages, and all you gotta do is bring a Kobe with you. That's a little disappointing that they already make a character that just negates one of the biggest, hardest parts of a raid boss. But he's still a very good character. Garp, captain ability, boosts the attack of strength and side characters by 2.5 times. So, looking at old Shanks with a 2.5 times attack booster, nope, Garp's just better than him. Any 2.5 times attack booster for strength characters, nope, Garp's just better than that too. Garp is just straight up 2.5 times attack for any strength or side characters. His Sailor ability boosts the attack of all characters by 75. So if you put him as not your captain, increases the attack of your entire team by 75 attack. His special ability deals 30 times his attack as fixed damage. We don't know what his attack is yet, but it deals 30 times his attack as fixed damage and gets through all defensive buffs. So combo barriers, perfect hit barriers, anything like that, ignores them and does 30 times his attack as fixed damage. Fixed damage is very strong. 30 times his attack means it also lets you kill princess turtles. And he will delay all enemies by 1 turn and reduce the defense of enemies by a large amount. We don't know what the amount is. So once again, a character with a very good captain ability and a very good special. I mean, these characters better only have like 600 attack, or else you might think that Bandai is making characters a little strong this time. Next is Tsuru. Tsuru's captain ability is kind of like Corazon. Heals 1.5 times if you hit a good, but her difference is if you hit a perfect, you still heal 10%, but you don't get any attack boost. So Tsuru is the only one with a not good captain ability. She just, lets you heal if you can use her as a pseudo Corazon captain. We don't know what her recovery is like, but maybe she will work as a Corazon captain too. If you don't have Corazon friends, you can use Lady Tsuru friends, depending on how high her recovery is. We can tell you that Corazon, since he's got like 600 attack, every time you hit a good with him, you heal 900 per attack. Depending on what Lady Tsuru is, she might even heal more than Corazon. So she might be even a better zombie captain. Her Sailor ability reduces paralysis on all your characters by 1 turn. And her special ability deals 10 hits of random quick damage to enemies. And boosts the attack of all characters by 1.5 times by 1 turn. So her special ability is Sengoku special, but without the damage, with 10 hits of quick damage instead. So Sengoku has a good special. People love Sengoku's special. Lady Tsuru has Sengoku's special. On a 5-star character. It's just all characters boosted by 1.5 times. That's okay. I mean, I guess. Next we have Momonga. Momonga's captain ability is boost the attack of cerebral and slasher characters by 2.5 times and reduces damage taken by 10% if you have a character of every single color on your team. So just like Blackbeard, where you have to have a certain type on the team or a certain class on the team for 6-star Blackbeard, Momonga's captain ability requires you to have certain colors on your team, and he is already a dex character, so you want to have a strength, quick, int, and psi character on your team, or you can have that as your captain, and then like a strength captain with quick, int, psi subs, but it requires you to have a true rainbow team. And if you do that, it will boost the attack of cerebral and slasher characters by 2.5 times. Hint: Heracleeson is a cerebral character, Heracleeson is a psi character, and Heracleeson gives you one of every color orb. Might be a great sub for this team, and Heracleeson already wants to give you that color, so you put the cerebral and slasher characters with all the whole rainbow, slap a Heracleeson in there, get your orbs, and boost your attack by 2.5 times all the time. If he's not your captain, his sailor ability boosts the attack of cerebral and slasher characters by 75 if you have a cerebral captain. Yeah, the captain is a cerebral character. His special ability deals 15 times his attack as dex damage to all enemies, and boosts the attack of all of your characters against delayed enemies by 1.5 times for 2 turns. Once again, we have a character that's just straight up stronger than every single character that Bandai has made before. Do you see a pattern here? That these characters are just better than things they've made before? I mean, normally, if we have a conditional attack booster, like Sadie or something like that, that's a 1.3 times boost. It's only a 30% boost. Dalmatian is a 1.3 times attack boost against delayed characters. No, that's too weak. Let's just make it a 1.5 times attack boost against delayed characters, huh? This is a rare recruit. They are rare, they cost money, they should be stronger than everyone else. That's how Bandai is designing things now. And then we have Onigumo. Onigumo's captain ability reduces the cooldown of all specials by 2 times and boosts the attack of slasher and driven characters by 1.6 times. Now, it's not confirmed that the boost is cumulative, but seeing as every single character is super overpowered, I'm assuming that it's cumulative, and a slasher driven character like Onigumo is going to get a 2.56 times boost. Now, this isn't the most ridiculous. This is actually probably the most reasonable attack boost, a captain ability, as well as Lady Suru's. That this is a pretty reasonably strong captain ability. That if you saw this a while ago, I might say, yeah, that's pretty good. His sailor ability reduces paralysis on himself for 5 turns, and his special ability randomizes any recovery, tandem, and bomb orbs you have, and makes strength, dex, and quick orbs beneficial to driven and slasher characters. So if you have a red, a green, or a blue orb on any driven or slasher characters, they will now count as matching orbs. Hey, do you know what Onigumo can do with Sakazuki to make red orbs count as beneficial to driven and slasher characters? There's also Coliseum orbs that makes red orbs beneficial to Sakazuki. Now, I've gone over what all the characters are. They're all stupid powerful and all ridiculously good. Every single one of them. Let me show you how ridiculously good they are. Now, you remember Mihawk? You know Mihawk Raid Boss that has like 1.4 million hit points, and some people try to use Golden Pound Usopp specials to attack it, and maybe use an orb booster, or maybe use, I don't know, like maybe use a strength booster or something. No, stop that. Don't do any of that. If you just use Sakazuki as your captain and a bunch of red characters, your regular attacks will deal 3 million damage as long as you have matching orbs. Who needs specials? You can overkill Mihawk. You can do more than twice Raid Mihawk's health without using a single special. All you have to do is click the characters, and you just kill Mihawk. That's all you have to do now. That's it. That's strategy. That's how you beat Mihawk. You just use Sakazuki, slap red characters in, and attack. You're done. That was hard. Now, I know you're thinking, well, you're still only dealing 1.5 million damage with a regular attack to a non-dex character. You're overreacting, Zeenigami. It's okay. It's not like you can do, I don't know, 17.5 million damage or anything like that if you get the right team set up, a bunch of cotton candy, turn on all your captain abilities and specials. It's not like you deal 17.5 million damage. Yeah, so it's a little silly. It's a little silly. I want to remind you once again that Akainu's captain ability isn't, his stats aren't set. I have him set to 1 hit point, 1 recovery, just so that way you can play with him in a damage calculator if you like. But judging by the way it's translated and judging by how GameWith says it is, and how even myself and my moderators all looking at his captain ability and reading it and saying, yeah, that looks like that's what they're saying. It's a 4 times attack if you have a red orb on characters, and a 2.5 times attack, 2.25 times attack, no matter what. It's a little strong. I don't like what Bandai's doing. The characters are really good, obviously, but a little too good. Whenever you don't need any special abilities, turn off all your special abilities, and you still are attacking for 2 million damage with a Monster Chopper friend. I mean, like, just you can use a free-to-play team. Monster Chopper, this is a free-to-play team. This is a 100% free-to-play team with a Sakazuki friend. And you can do 2 million damage with a regular attack. No specials, just 2 million damage per attack. You could kill Doflamingo before he attacks you without using specials. Okay, you can't. Well, how much health did Doflamingo have? Yeah, you could. You had to use like 1 special or 2. No, I forgot my cotton candy on my Hancock. Oh yeah, here. Wait, we'll just fix it. We'll just put Arlong there. Matching orb on Arlong? Cotton candy on Arlong? There we go. We can almost kill Doflamingo before he attacks us just by attacking with a free-to-play team with red characters. Bandai, please let this be wrong. I went over the math many times. The damage calculator is correct. I also like to say that if you are using Sakazuki on your teams and you're not using red characters like Hancock, and let me not use Sabo since green is a weird color for damage calculation. I mean, let's just say you're using whatever. The way that I have it set up right now is that the 1.75 times attack boost for a red orb isn't really active. So if you want to simulate a red orb on a character, give it a G orb. So the G orb is only a 1.5 times attack boost, but so if my Apu were to have a red orb, I would just put a G orb. Or if I wanted to simulate Apu with a red orb, I just put a G orb there. Hancock with a red orb, Fujitora with the red orb. No, just to play with things. And I guess that damage is kind of okay. Guys, I'm really concerned about how Bandai Namco is making characters now. It's like they're just making things stronger than they ever should. Shiryu exists, 25% chance to kill anything, including raid bosses, including young Whitebeard. Yeah, it's a thing, and it seems to be 100% on purpose. 6-star Sakazuki seems to be 100% on purpose, if that's what they want to do. Hey, I mean, I like this game, but please don't power creep things so hard, Bandai. And we'll still do pulls if you don't make things ridiculously powerful, I promise. I've been Zeenigami. This next Sugofest batch is kind of stupid. Y'all stay beautiful.